many of you know, I've traveled around the world. I've observed elections in a number of countries, and this is a little bit my bread and butter. So this is the evening I have been looking forward to since the day I was elected, is bringing a group of people in a room who have all kinds of ideas, how to make our democracy work better, and being able to listen to those ideas and being in a position where I can actually implement some of that. So I'm really happy that you're here. I hope all of you will stand up and speak this evening. The way that we're going to do it is I'm going to go through, we have a PowerPoint presentation that the Library of Parliament did so on electoral reform. So for the first hour and a half, we're going to be talking about electoral reform, and it's a consultation. It's part of what the government is doing across the country, and we'll be feeding all of that back as part of both the committee and the minister's consultations and every MP that's been asked to do a consultation, as well as members of the public. And so we will go through the PowerPoint, but I'm going to go through it very quickly because I really don't want to stand up here and have a bunch of political scientists explain what is STV and MMP and PR and all of these different systems. What I'm most interested in is doing the reverse, is getting from you what you would like to see in your electoral system. So if you think that we should have one member constituencies, maybe you think that we need to have a way that you don't have to vote strategically, that you can vote in multiple ways. Maybe you feel that the popular vote and the number of seats should be closer to one another. There might be a number of things that you want to bring up, and the way I would like to see it is that we come up with that process and then we design a Made in Canada system that is going to match the way that Canadians really want to be able to vote, and that gives Canadians a lot more choice in voting. So I know some of you might be political scientists, and you feel free to talk about the different systems, but I would really like to hear from you more what you would like to see and how you would like to vote and how you'd like to participate. So that's the first hour and a half. Then we're going to have a 5-minute quick break, and there is coffee and some water in the foyer over there. And then my favorite part. Because one of the things we did internationally, and in the 1990s there was a lot of international development on democracy, and we made the mistake of equating democracy and elections. And so we went into the countries around the world, we being the international community, and we focused on elections, we poured resources into elections, and then as soon as a country had a successful election, we said, it's all finished, and we went home. And what we learned over the decades after that is that it's almost more important, once there's an election, what happens to those people who are elected? Are they able to speak for their constituents? Are they just rubber stamps? Is there an accountability mechanism? Is there a real democratic process? Can citizens participate in the democracy in between elections? And so for me, the second half this evening is a half that I added, and I'm very much looking forward to hearing from all of you, is what do we do after we've elected our representatives to make sure that we, MPs, are able to be better representatives of your views, but that Parliament itself is functioning better. And one of the reasons I'm doing that is because I'm on the Procedure and House Affairs Committee. Now, I'm probably the only rookie MP that went to the whip and said, I want to be on the Procedure and House Affairs Committee. And the reason for that is because that's the committee that sets the rules of Parliament. That's the committee that can design how our decision-making process actually works, how the committees work, and how we can make sure that as members of Parliament, we have the tools and we have the ability to be able to better represent you. So I want to have ideas. We're going to be reviewing the rules of procedure in that committee very soon, and I need to get your ideas. I've been elected now for almost a year, and pretty soon I'm going to run out of my own ideas, so I need your ideas so that I can actually keep on bringing new things forward. So that's the way it's going to go this evening. I'm going to give it to Fozzie, who's going to talk a little bit about how we're going to do the timing and things like that. I do ask you to be very respectful of everybody that's here, and some of you might be a little bit more shy to speak than others. Please encourage your people sitting next to you to get up and speak. And we are going to divide the time so that we want to try and make sure everybody gets a chance. So we'll make sure that it's 2 minutes per person. And one of the things I do request is film me all you want. I'm a public figure, and I'm expecting that everything I say is on the public record. But there are people here who might not be comfortable to get up to speak if they know someone's video recording them. So please be respectful and don't video record the citizens that are here to speak, because I want to make sure it's a safe space for everybody to be able to get up. And it's my one chance right now to hear what people really think, and I want to make sure that everybody does that. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it to Fozzie to talk a little bit about about how we're doing it, and then we'll go through the PowerPoint.